Perform paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
You worry, but only because you're paying attention. What's happening in the Gulf of Mexico illustrates an audacity toward nature. A similar audacity called GMO, or genetically modified organisms, means that the quality of commercially grown food may be compromised with our health in the balance. Now that summer's here, what better time to learn about the bounty that nature provides in wild edible food? Let author Linda Runyon show you the best-kept secret in plain sight, that food is everywhere you look. This summer, for the cost of a good meal or two out, you can literally starvation-proof yourself and your loved ones against any future craziness, and put up tons of free food, too. Whatever experiment is being run on us, you can rest assured that Linda's 50 or so staple foods aren't involved. Our foods are their enemy. So go to ofthefield.com or call toll-free 1-888-51-EAT-FREE and take that first step. Make your oasis of food security and nutrition now. That's OFTHEFIELD.com or call 1-888-513-2837. Start now and make 2010 your year of independence.
Bob Chapman's our guest. Bob, as every week passes, we get a clearer image of exactly what the globalists are doing, and I've come to the realization this week that it is very clear that they're going to go for a full collapse, total depression to try to bankrupt everyone and make people depend on government and consolidate the economy. But at the same time, as Brzezinski and others said, people are now going past the puppet politicians and identifying the banking cartel as the source of corruption and oppression. And so time is running out for them. How do you see this unfolding?
Well, first of all, you segue into exactly what I wanted to say. And I was talking with Jim Corbett this morning, and I had said, why hasn't Danny Esselin come out with more information, and Jim Tucker as well, regarding the Bilderberger meeting? And Jim says, well, because everybody knows about it now, it's all out in the open. And I said, well, that's because of talk radio and the Internet. And I said, I guess you're right. So they're going for it exactly as you say they are. And they're going for the whole thing. They want to take everything down so they can force us to accept their world government. And we got to stop them. We have to inform the people. We have to do the best we can in November to get rid of the charlatans and crooks out of Congress. And I think we might have some success at that. But it's the truth. We got to get more and more people the truth all over the world, and that's what we're doing.
Well, before Bilderberg even started this year, a month and a half ago or so, I wrote articles with Paul Watson saying, Bilderberg, the open conspiracy, and pointed out that now they say things at Davos that we got in Bilderberg documents from 50 years ago that they've released. Now they say things in the Financial Times of London that was secret. They admit world government. They admit they want an authoritarian system. They admit all of this because they tried to deny it as long as they could, calling us conspiracy theorists. Now they just discredit themselves when they stonewall, so they're admitting it but trying to put a spin on it. And so they are definitely now naked in what they're doing.
That's right, and that gives them exposure only one way. And that's what leads me to believe that they're going to turn the episode in Europe, the 5 weak countries which can't pay their bills and can't pay the debt back. I think they're going to allow, again, decentralization in Europe. And the reason I say that is that Germany, the German people, who never wanted to be in the EU, did not want to be in the Euro, and they still don't, are discussing the possibility of writing off 2/3 to 1/2 of all the debt of the 5 nations that are in trouble, euphemistically called pigs, and I despise that. I don't think they should use such a term, no matter what you think of the countries. And there's a lot of people who live in those countries that don't deserve that. But that's the way Germany is pointing in this direction at that time. And that will lead to a breakup of the euro, and force the elitists to go to the SDR, special drawing right. And there's a good chance it could break up the European Union in that form of decentralization, and that would be ultimately good for them if they get caught and can't get out of it. The other way they can do it is by having a war and say, hey, we didn't do this, the war did it. I mean, that wasn't in our intention. And so I think that's what's coming down the pike, and I think the first one after the euro collapses, which I think it will, I think the next event will be pressure on the EU by the UK, which I think will withdraw and put on tariffs on goods and services, and the U.S. will follow, and that should break up the EU and a lot of the treaty agreements between nations regarding free trade and globalization.
You're absolutely right, Bob. How do you see them trying to actually implement this Federal Reserve takeover? Because I've got reports here from ABC News. Senator Shelby and others say financial reform will be repealed.
Well, I hope they're right, but in order to do that, we have to help them. And how do we help them? We make sure that we get rid of lots of incumbents who are on the payroll of Wall Street, banking, insurance, pharmaceutical companies, and transnational conglomerates. And if we can do that, we get a shot at it.
Now, Bob, to throw this out as we go to break, I get emails, calls, and see comments on our site saying, Alex, why are you against financial reform? Let's get the bankers. The bankers run the Congress. This is giving them more power. This financial reform is like saying, oh, a demon possessed somebody, so let's possess them with Satan. I mean, it's so elementary.
And you're right. And people just don't understand. Even people who have business degrees and even masters in business, they don't know what we're talking about. They will if we talk about it long enough and make them understand in simple terms.
Yep, stay there, Bob. We're going to come right back with you and some phone calls. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Silver Lungs generator. Now you can produce pure and endless colloidal silver and deliver the solution directly into the bloodstream by breathing the solution through the lungs. The respiratory system is the first line of defense for airborne pathogens and viruses. The Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced nano-silver solutions and also delivers the silver nanoparticles instantly into the bloodstream. With continued legislation threatening the sale of nano-silver products, you can now produce pure and endless colloidal silver with the Silver Lungs generator. Very easy to follow, step-by-step instructions are provided, making production fast and simple. Go to www.silverlungs.com today and learn more about the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. That's www.silverlungs.com. Alex Jones here with urgent information concerning trendsresearch.com. The Trends Journal distills the voluminous ongoing research of the Trends Research Institute into a concise, readily accessible form. By tracking 300 separately defined domestic and international trends, the Trends Journal establishes the connections that others fail to see or misinterpret. Gerald Salente's Trends Journal allows you to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take protective strategies. Individual readers from every walk of life can put the Trends Journal Trends Forecast and Trends Analysis to practical use. Extra information to keep you well informed throughout the year when any current event of major social, economic, or political significance occurs. Trends Journal notifies its subscribers of their implications. When you subscribe to the Trends Journal, you'll also receive Trends Alerts. Visit trendsresearch.com today. That's trendsresearch.com. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. This information is too important to wait. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
What do you mean I don't believe in God? Talk to him every day. What do you mean I don't support your system? I go to court when I have to.
We are back live, ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday, July 16, 2010 edition. We're going right back to Bob Chapman and some of your phone calls here in just a moment. And towards the